What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fozzy here. Today we're going to be continuing our squad building series that I'm going to focus on doing a little bit more often. I'll explain why later in the video, but today we're going to be taking a look at a 200,000 coin squad. And what I will say, this is going to be different from your like generic go-to 200k squad. You can build a good, strong meta 200k squad with just gold players that I'd say is very samey. I mean, it's one thing that I don't try to necessarily avoid in FIFA Ultimate Team, but you can hit a stage where you play like almost identical teams every single game, and what I like to try and do is find like those alternative squads you can build that they're still meta, they're still fun to use, and also feature like promo cards and like different sort of cards you can get. I will say I never use objective players or SPC players in the squad builders, because obviously if you're just picking up the game say today and you've hopped on this video, I'm recording this on the 21st of December, so for example if you get it on the 25th, there's no point me putting like a Fakir into a million coin squad builder because you can't get his SBC anymore. So just a bit of a heads up for that if you guys are wondering. Maybe there's better players that could go in. I'm going on purely players that you can just buy on the market, no objectives or SBC. So without any further ado, let's jump into the squad. So we're gonna flick through all the players here and we'll do it like say one by one, discuss why they've picked them, their price, and then we'll also go into Footbin and show like how to play in game and the best chemistry styles, so you guys can get everything. So the keeper's going to be Unai Simon. There's not much to say with keepers this year. They're very coin flip. Like I can use Donnarumma one day, fantastic, next day not great. The same applies for almost every keeper. What you want to try and do is decent weak foot, a high enough rating, ideally minimum 82 rated, decent height as well, because chips are big in this game and you want that presence. And also if you can get like saves with feet and like it comes for crosses, leadership, traits like that, saves with feet being the main one. Unai Simon costs 750 coins. He eats up none of the budget at all. I was saying he's got a decent weak foot, stats are good, really high reflexes and position actually for an 82 rated. He's tall and he has saves with feet. You can't ask for much else, so that's why he's going into the team. The right back is going to be the rule breaker Kappa. His normal card was good, a good base card. This year you've got a high fullback. He costs on the market not too much actually. He's coming in at 13,000 coins, so he's a really easy affordable pickup. You want the pace to be as close to possible as 90 as a minimum for fullback. So you know, a 200k squad, even if you're new to the game, if you're new to the game, for example, just getting started, you can build a 200k squad really easily. But the main thing here is his defending is really high. Like it says 83, but that's because the heading actually brings it down. His dribbling's real nice for fullback. He can pass the ball well. His stamina is good. He is injury prone, but that doesn't affect much in game. That's more of a career mode thing. Fantastic fullback for the price, and he allows you to then get a strong link into your centre back, which is a new card in packs right now, which is Pau Torres, sorry, and he's 18,500 coins. And I mentioned this in yesterday's video. He's far too cheap for how good this card is going to play in game, and we're actually putting him into the team this week sort of to prove that point. He's medium high, perfect work rates, left footed, which you don't get as many high rated like boosted left footed players necessary to link in, so that's good. You can play him on the left hand side of your centre backs. 3-star weak foot. Like I say, if the pace was 80, he would be much more expensive. It's just because there's that two difference on the face card. His physicals and defending are insane. His passing's fantastic for a centre back, and then his dribbling's good for a centre back as well. The composure's maybe a little bit lower, but it's unlikely you're going to feel that too often in game. So for under 20,000 coins, he's basically going to be auto defend for you. That link up with him and Kappa for just like what him, Kappa, and Unai Simon, strong links across the board for 35k is a really good way to start your squad building, even if you decide to go a different hybrid than I have. Next up is Kunde, who is 2,300 coins. Not necessarily the most exciting card. He's an 83 gold. He's high, so not the preferred work rates, but for my time using him, he's really overpowered this year. He is smaller at 5'11", but he's got high jumping. He's just got that presence in the game. It's hard to explain. He's 2-star, 3-star. He just has a presence in the game. He wins the ball back. He's nippy. Because he's smaller and then 81 pace, he feels even faster than the 81 pace. His defending stats, as you can see, are fantastic for an 83 rated centre back. For 2,000 coins, his physicals are the issue area, and we'll get onto that and show upgrade pass in a little bit. The left back to get another strong link here is Mendy, and what I'm trying to do is offer you guys a good 200k team, but with like upgradability options. So your entire back line does have strong links in it, which helps a great deal if you do want to make changes to the team. We'll put it on to the next player there by accident, who you'll just see. But Mendy, real quick, left footed, 4-star, 5-star, high. I wouldn't say he's as overpowered as he has been in previous years. We're not seeing him as frequently, but I think that's because Varane's moved from Real Madrid to United, so there's not the big strong links on the market right now. 13,000 coins. I mean, we're paying the same for Kappa. You don't want to spend too much on your fullbacks. So I think spending combined 26,000 coins on your fullbacks and with 200k squad builder is pretty damn solid. Good player all around, good fullback, and hopefully you'll get a promo card that you can work towards upgrading. But as you've seen already, the rule breaker Zakaria is going to be the next player. He's 23,000 coins. So again, like, this is just a team full of cheap, affordable beasts. And people downvoted this card because with rule breakers they decrease his stat, increase his stat. His PS went down, but his dribbling got an insane boost. He's a high medium. However, you probably want to use him as an actual stay back defensive midfielder. He's an unreal card. The composure and the reactions on it with the ball control and dribbling. He's got good passing for a DM. His physicals and his defending stats. It's just such a good card for the price. He also gets a strong link into who your new striker is going to be, which is not who popped up next. So maybe because I've changed the formation, it's not going as I expected. We're not looking at the striker yet. We're looking at the other box-to-box player in the team, and this is Marcus Llorente. His gold version. On the market, he's pretty cheap now. He's 14,500 coins. He does have a promo card which you can go and get, but it's like 300, 400,000 coins, so that's a proper down the line upgrade path. But for right now, his 86 will do the job fine. 3-star, 4-star. He's got high pace. His defending is solid for a box to box. Really good stamina, and he just has everything else you need as a box to box. He's just like a good player all around. Plus the pace is a huge plus side on him. No traits to speak about, but again, he just fits the team really well, and he'll offer a strong link that you'll see in a second. Here's your striker that you're going to be using. It's Mbolo. He's high medium. Again, another cheap beast option because he only comes in at, if I can find him on my list here, 17,750 coins right now on Xbox. He's 3-star, 4-star, so he's got the weak foot goal, and the skill moves maybe not as preferred to some people, and he is a taller player, but he's got really good pace. His attacking position and the shot power are really nuts. Those two are huge this year as well. Like, shot power can make up for the poor finishing sometimes. That's evident with Neymar. The attack position, it means like from set pieces and just the AI runs, he's going to know what to do. Although the passing's 78 for a striker, he's got 80 evasion, 85 short pass, and 80 long pass, and they're the key stats. Dribbling across the board is strong. You'd probably argue that you want to boost the agility and balance, and we'll look at the chemistry styles that will let you do that. And then his physicals are great. He can hold the ball up. He's got the flair trait. So despite not having skill moves, and he is taller, he'll be a really good striker for you, and you'll sort of understand the system that we're using. He'll fit in really well. Now, as we move on to the right midfielder, he's also in packs right now, so if you're doing any of your swaps tokens and doing upgrade packs, there is a chance you'll pack him, and it's the new Lucky Bacchio card. So he's still medium low, which is a little bit worrying. It's not necessarily exactly what you want, but he does have 4-star skills and 3-star weak foot. On the market again, dead cheap. Well, he's a little bit more expensive. He's not dead cheap. He's 37,000 coins, but for a right midfielder with these stats, it's probably the work rates are what let him down. He's tall. He's 6'2", but they're giving him 91 agility and 90 balance. The rest of the dribbling is really strong. Pace is fantastic. He does have really low aggression though, which can play a factor in some cards. And I would say, looking at this team, Lucky Bacchio and the next person we'll show are probably the first two players you want to work towards upgrading. But with your 200k budget, you're always going to have players like that you maybe want to upgrade sooner rather than later. And depending on the system you use, this might not make as big of a difference. So I was saying, 37,000 coins. Really good option. He also then provides a strong link to Witsel, who you may be wondering why Witsel's at the striker position here, and I'll explain that in a second. This is so you can get full chemistry as your starting formation. This is his promo card. I was looking at using Goretzka on 8 chemistry here, and that is an option for you, but I feel like the sort of system you want to run with Zakaria playing the centre defensive midfielder, Witsel you're probably going to play as your box-to-box guy. He's got the medium work rate. He's 4-star, 4-star, really good for that. This card isn't anything incredible. On the market, 31,000 coins, so again, just a good value for coin player. He does need a PS boost, but for your box-to-box player, he's just got the stats to do the job, and he'll do a really good job probably for the next month or so. The final player is also in the current promo. He's another winter wild card, and it's in Barba, and I think this card, his links are the reason why he's cheap. He's 20,000 coins. But he's 4-star, 4-star. He is high, which obviously some people may not like quite as much. High, medium, sort of the preferred for attackers. But you compare him to the likes of that Danjuma that you can use. Obviously, you've got the Vinny Player of the Month, who's very expensive. But if you compare it to Danjuma, who is 45,000 coins, you've got good pace. Again, his shooting's really good with really good shot power. The passing's alright, maybe want to boost that. The dribbling is solid, maybe not as quiet, but at least the agility and balance are both around that 90 mark. And he's got really good stamina. He's got solid strength, and he's got good defending as well. So if you want to even try different formations, like a wing back, if you want to, maybe you could probably use this guy as, if you've seen my 4-3-3-5 setup, he could be your center mid that's on the attack. So really good card. None of the free kicks are that crazy. He's got early crosser and power free kick. They will make a bit of a difference in game, but obviously you want the finesse shots and outside of foot shots. But for 20,000 coins, this guy is a fantastic player, and you can see, although my chemistry says 84 right now, if you applied the position changers here and you had your team loyalty and your manager, which are sort of you're expected to have that anyway, build and fit teams, this team would be 85 rated and have 100 chemistry. So for 200k squad, this actually comes in at 190,000 coins to buy the players, and then if you don't have, maybe you need to buy a couple position changes, that's where I put the 200k budget, because if you can snipe them getting cheaper, you have some in your club. You've got 10k extra to work with to get the position changes you need, as you need to move Witzel from a defensive midfielder to a striker, and Bolo from the striker to center mid, and then that's it really. So really cool team. We'll hop on the footbid now, and I'll show you guys like the best chemistry styles to use and how I'd probably line it up in game. So as you guys can see, we're on footbid now. You can see the player prices here. 190,000 coins. If I pop this off, that's the console prices. PC is always a little bit more expensive. So this is the starting formation you'd use, and you can see now it actually gets 100 chemistry. So basically, you don't even need the manager. Once you have 100 chemistry and the position changes, you'll have everyone on 10 chemistry. What this does mean, if you don't have enough money to get the position changers, maybe if Mbolo is actually still a cam, Witzel's a centre forward, you could just put a Bundesliga manager in, that'll get them from 9 chemistry to 10, and you're good to go. What I have been trying right now, as I wouldn't say this formation would be the best, you could do something like this, and have like your defensive midfielders, Zakaria stay back, Witzel runs the sort of box to box, Llorente maybe on get forward with attacking fullbacks. But the formation I posted yesterday, and I'll link that down below. We actually did double upload yesterday, real quick guys. First video is how you can get your Twitch Prime gaming packs. I got Modric, the winter wildcard for mine. So if you can get the pack for free, you may as well go do it. Check that down below to find out how to redeem. And then we also showed some 4-1-2-1-2 Naro custom tactics, and that's the formation I'm going to use here to showcase how I set this up in game. You're going to have Llorente there. Lucky Bacchio as the fast attacker. He's going to play here. And then Barba will play probably there. You can, depend on your preference, you can change in Barba and look back you around, but this is ultimately how I'd run the team. There is always a bit of preference in the front three for how you like to run. I feel with Barba having the slightly higher defensive stats and the physicals, him centrally as a cam could be really, really strong, and look back you as a pace, just to kind of through ball and break through. So again, if you look at the 4-1-2-1-2 tactics I posted yesterday, I'll give a full in depth, but essentially Zakaria is going to be your main defender, Witzel is your box to box, Llorente is going to be able to get on the attack, and then you'll manually pull your fullbacks into play whenever you want to. That's how I'd run it in game, and we'll look just at chemistry styles real quick on the players. Unai Simon, goalkeeper, basic or glove, it's kind of personal preference. I've often just left him on basic this year and not noticed much of a difference, but some people like to use glove, so there is that. We'll look at Kappa now as a right back. Straight away it screams shadow to me, and again I know chemistry styles are kind of like a premium sometimes, especially if you're new to the game and you're working on a lot of coins, because like a shadow can cost 5,000 coins. So if you don't necessarily have one in the club, what alternatives would be run a catalyst on him for the passing, because his defending is really good enough and he gets a max pace, or an anchor, which both catalysts and anchors should be easy to pack and easy to obtain. So that's your alternatives there. Again, the footbin ratings aren't always what to go off, but it does typically give a good indication of how they'll play in game. I think Kappa's a really underrated right back in this game. Paul Torres, straight away I'm saying a shadow. Again, he has what you might see with some people with really high defending stats. If they can't afford a shadow, they'll just put a catalyst on, because you can see here he's already still got really good defending stats, and it just boosts the pace and the passing. So I'd say ideally a shadow, and this is the one player I'd probably go in my way to buy a shadow for, if you can. If not, either an anchor or a catalyst again. For Kunde, his is an anchor straight away. You do need to boost the physicals, and what I will say with him, one of the things I like to do with squad builders is try and give you guys a bit of future proofing. Eventually you'll be able to upgrade to one of these cards. So you've got his fire versus card, which has the upgraded dribbling, and then his ice has the upgraded physical. You can take your pick there, but again, that's like 200,000 coins down the line to upgrade your centre back to Koundé and sort of keep the team relevant for a little bit longer. Ferland Mendy, I think everyone just puts an anchor on him, and I think that is the go-to. You can try an engine on fullbacks this year. It has been a meta that's working, but what I will note is you want to have the defensive awareness over 80, especially for how I would recommend playing with Mendy as a stay back who you manually pull forward. So I think anchor again is the best here. If you're not too worried about the pace, you can go for the likes of a Sentinel or maybe even like a Powerhouse if you want to up the passing, but I think an anchor is the best overall go-to. With Zakaria, and I'll show you here, if you look at him compared to his inform, which obviously has much more pace, but the dribbling is a huge difference, and that's what actually will make a big difference in game, because you'll feel so much lighter on the ball. I think for him, it's a shadow straight away again. Alternatively, you can do the catalyst for the pace and the boost, because I was saying his defensive stats are already so good. And then alternatively, if the pace boost isn't a key thing for you, you can go engine, so you're getting the agility and balance up, so you'll feel even smoother in game. You also get a passing boost, and then the acceleration does also get a little bit of a boost. There's always a few chemistry styles you can use with players, and that's why I'm showing you a couple of options. It depends what you prefer to use and what meets your playstyle, to be perfectly honest. On the striker front of Mbolo, we've noticed that his finishing is already really strong, and I think not going to be a marksman. You're probably going to want a finisher on him to get the agility and the balance up, because he is a taller player. If you're someone, and I am this person sometimes, I'm not too fussed necessarily about the agility and the balance. I can deal, as long as it's over 80, I can deal. I notice a difference when it's higher than 99, but for my striker, I don't mind too much. Some people will be using an engine on him, but finisher does seem to be the go-to. Engine would get the balance up higher, but his finishing is 82, which is the sort of worry point. You want to boost that, and he gets a plus 15 with a finisher. So I think without a doubt, put a finisher on the Symbol card, and you're going to have an amazing striker on your hands. Llorente is one. You can probably just put a basic on him, to be perfectly honest with you. It gets solid boosts everywhere else. Anchor, Shadow, Powerhouse, Engine. This one's very much personal preference. It's what you prefer. I would recommend using him as an attacking centre mid on get forward. So maybe you want to look at like anything that boosts the shooting. He's really got good pace. If you want the long shots boost with higher dribbling, I think maybe an engine for him, just to get the balance up, get the pace a little bit higher, and then just help with the passing could be the best. But either an engine or basic would be my go-to for Llorente. We have the last three players. So we've got the Luka Bacchio card. Already fantastic pace, and the aggression's an issue, but even like if we use a Hawk to boost that, it's not going to go up too much. It's going to get a plus 10. His dribbling's already very good, and it's really his shooting and passing that needs a boost. So I would go with Deadeye here. Long passing still suffers a little bit, but at least he's got good vision and good short passing, especially if you're playing him. I know he's right foot. Oh, he is actually left footed, so definitely use him at the left striker that we were suggesting. Yeah, him at left striker and Bo at right striker, and then Barba at Sakam. Definitely the best setup. Deadeye on him. Let that pace work wonders. Probably want to put him on getting behind as well, just because he's got the lower work rates. But that'll be a fantastic striker with unreal pace. It will just be the aggression and the work rates that you'll need to actually put getting behind to make him fight for the ball that little bit more. Witsel, very discussed. He needs a pace boost. It's tough to say what I'd probably give him, because you're going to be using him as a box to box. You could go basic, but it's not boosting the acceleration. Engine straight away sort of comes like strikes at you because you've got the plus 5 on pace, helps with the agility and balance, and then helps with the passing boost. You don't need to boost much more, or a catalyst. And it's going to be an engine or catalyst. It might depend on what you have in your club. I would probably personally go with the catalyst, just to get him as fast as possible, and to make the passing stats really, really nice. Because for that 4-star weak foot, although vision's a little bit lower, it's still 84, which at this point in the game is strong on the power curve. He will make some stunning passes for you, especially if you've got the fullbacks involved and that front three working in unison. Witsel might help a lot with your link-up play. And finally, there's Mbarba, who is high. Again, he's a very well-rounded card for the price, and he can be played in multiple positions. You're going to be using him as a cam, so I think an engine straight away on him. The high shot power is good, 87 position, 86 finishing. Again, depends how you want to play. You may want to touch this up, but he's going to be your cam. He will get through on ball sometimes, through on goal sometimes for you, but ultimately, in ball and look back, you are going to be your go-to strikers. So probably an engine. If you're feeling the pace boost, you can put a hunter on him. Maybe even a hawk if you want to get the long shots up. Yeah, hawk could actually be the one. Engine or hawk I'd use, because the long shots getting the +10 and just sort of making him really strong. He'll be a beast in the center of the picture and fight off center backs for you. But yeah, that's the video for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll just flick back on to show you how I play it in game while we finish off the video. 190k coins under 200k squad builder. Perfect if you've had the game for a couple of weeks and you've got a decent team, but you need to sort of build something a bit more solid that you can then upgrade further on. If you're getting the game at Christmas, this team, I'd say within a week, maybe 2 weeks, you should be able to obtain. Like if you're using your icon swaps, fodder packs, if you're even just playing champs and rivals and getting like average rewards, inside 2 weeks you should have 200k to work with, and you may have a bit of pack luck along the way and maybe be able to tailor the hybrid that little bit. So if you enjoyed the video, big thumbs up, please let me know. Just let us know you're enjoying the content, and helps out with the algorithms for YouTube and all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Pushing to hit 1,000 subscribers so that we can get the YouTube partner status. And as I said, the 2 videos that were posted yesterday are linked down below. Please check them out. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.